Well, well, well. Everyone thought the title race was over in January. 14 points has diminished to just 1 point. Get in there, Reds. I am live with the match reaction to Arsenal 0, Liverpool 2. Well, well, well. Good evening, everybody. The Reds are coming. The Reds are coming for Manchester City. From 14 points behind in January after a 2-2 draw with Chelsea. Liverpool have now got that 1 point gap now to themselves and Manchester City. What a win tonight. We weren't at our best. We were not at our best for sure. But what a performance from the Reds. Our second half was much, much better. First half, not so good. Not so good. But what a magnificent win that is for the Reds. And it has to be said, that is a huge, huge 3 points for the Reds. As we cut Manchester City's, gap to now 1 point. And it does mean that Liverpool will go ahead of Manchester City if we were to beat Watford and also before they play Burnley. Absolutely crucial. So we'll go for the main sort of talking points. Obviously, first half wasn't great. We have to say that. Van Dijk did have a header in the first sort of 2 minutes, and that was really the only sort of chance that we really had. I thought in that half. And to be fair, to credit to Arsenal, they're absolutely battling for top four as well. They've got Manchester United, they've got they've got Tottenham on their tracks, they've got Arsenal as well. But there's just something about this team, and it's just something about this squad that Jurgen Klopp, when he sees it hasn't gone well, he can actually go and make substitutions like that. Absolutely massive, massive 3 points. Yes, the first half wasn't great. I'll admit that. The first half wasn't great. But when you look at Arsenal, all that possession, all that sort of hunger and desire in their team. Look, they were great tonight. Let's not put any two ways about it. They were very, very good in the first half. But how many shots did they have at our goal? That's saying all that possession in the first half. All that possession in the first half, and they didn't really trouble us. And then comes this, the second half. And I used to be a goalkeeper myself, and I'm going to be honest with you, Ramsdale should be doing better. I'm sorry, he should be doing better. You can't. I was always told as a goalkeeper, you never, ever, ever get beaten at your near post. You never get beat at your near post. It is just one of those things where you're told as a goalkeeper, never getting beat at your post. And credit to Ramsdale, who's having a fantastic season. Let's just put it out there. Ramsdale is having a fantastic, fantastic season, but he will feel really guilty of that chance because Jota didn't have his best game, but still Jota is there to, Jota the slaughter, as people put it in. And then that was his last action as well. That was his last action as well. So absolutely incredible. And then Klopp sees an inspired substitution. It is an inspired substitution. He brings on Roberto Firmino, who loves a goal against Arsenal, and he gets a goal. He gets a goal against Arsenal. So two players who love scoring against Arsenal get the 2 goals to win us the game. Absolutely amazing. Michael Talks Football, thank you so much for the super chat. Guys, I will put the StreamYard link in the chat very, very shortly. You can come on and have your say. And yeah, absolutely indeed. Michael Talks Football, thank you very much for Super Chat. 20 incoming, 9 more finals to go. Oh, yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely, indeed. It's going to be a very, very interesting end to the season. And, that's a massive 3 points for the Reds. But let's say hello to a few people because I did see there are a few of you in here. Hi, Rennie. I'm good, thank you. How are you, my friend? Yes, get in. Yes, Sebastian, absolutely. Hello, Maisie. Hello, Rennie. Hello, Helen. I'm not too bad. Thank you very much. Hope you are good as well. Liverpool are 1 point behind Manchester City now. They're 1 point behind Manchester City. I think the gap, I think it's 70 to 69, I think, from what I've been told. Story of us as a team, not at our best, but still got the win. Massive win for us. Get in. Woke neighbours up with my shouting. Yeah, it's a huge win. It is a huge, huge win, Chris. And you have to say that it is going to be an absolutely massive last couple of games left as well. Hey, Helen. What's up, Douglas? Thank you, Elevator and Escalator fan, for tuning in. 69 Rennie. I'm here, Maisie. My prediction still stands for Liverpool to win last day of the season, says Devils United. Very interesting. Hey, Devils United, how are you? Can I convert you, Maisie, to be a red? I don't think you're going to be able to do that, Helen, somehow. Glenn, unlucky, mate. I have to say, Arsenal played well. Arsenal played very, very well. It was just that sucker punch in like 50 minute and 54th minute, I think it was, that we both scored. But yeah, it's going to be very, very intriguing anyway. We're going to win the league. Well, it does feel like that something's building. I'm glad Fafana Castagna and Johnny are back. And well, how are you, Rennie? No way that will happen, Helen. Yeah, absolutely. Are you sure you want to stick with a sixth place team? Hello, Balam, bro, and a good away win. Yeah, absolutely massive, mate. Absolutely massive away win. We'll always say Man United fan, no matter how much they send me into overdrive. Yeah. Hello, Niall. Thank you for tuning in. Liverpool should get top. Yeah, I think we've got Watford. Watford on the 2nd of April. I think that's a 12. That's a 12:30 game anyway. For now. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And get in, Reds. Yes, Jack. Jack, I'm going to leave the link in the chat. If you want to come on and have your say, then please do. And I'll just put it in. I'll put it in anyway. Arsenal didn't take their chances. Ramsey shouldn't be beaten in the near post for the first goal. If you don't take your chances, you get punished 100%. 100%. And UV, yes, in the mud. Yes, absolutely. Right. I will put the link in the chat and you guys can come on and have your say. So let me just get the link and I'll just pop it in the chat. Let's see. Right, let's see. Right, that should be there. So, guys, if you want to come up and have your say, then there is the. I'm trying to actually. There's pinned. So it's pinned to the live chat. So you'll see at the top of the screen there. It is pinned to the live of the chat. Who's my man of the match? Well, Sky gave it to Matip. I would probably say Matip. I thought he was excellent in the game. Didn't think. I thought him and Van Dijk were very good at the back. I'd have to say as well. Let me just do this if people are going to come in, especially. Also, that's Jurgen Klopp's 100th away win for Liverpool as manager. So absolutely amazing what this team is doing right now. Before the match, I thought it was a difficult away match because LFC usually lose their there in the Premier League history. Sorry, everybody, a clean sheet. LFC could lose to Nottingham Forest. Crazy how football goes. Yeah, it is absolutely incredible. My predictions for the next 5 games. Interesting. Well done, Andrew Robertson. Matip was player of the month too. Can I do the dual jazz hands? No, I can't do that. I can't not do that. Cores are LFC, Chelsea, Villarreal, City, Bayern, and 2 others, which I've forgotten. Yeah, I did see that. Hello, Vicky. Thank you for tuning in. Liverpool 3, Watford 1, Man City 1, Liverpool 2, Aston Villa 0, Liverpool 2, Liverpool 2, Man United 1, Liverpool 2, Everton 1. Interesting. How many wins can Klopp get over Pep? Well, we'll see anyway. Douglas Thiago, what the fuck, man? Minutes later, all is forgiven. Yeah. Yeah, Arsenal did have that chance, didn't they? It was Odegaard, wasn't it? I don't know what Thiago was doing. Passed it straight back passed it straight to Lacazette. Lacazette plays it into Odegaard, and Odegaard has a chance to finish, and he doesn't anyway. But yeah, guys, the link is in the chat, so if you want to come and have your say, I think Sebastian's in. I think Michael Talk might be. Oh, Michael Talks Football might be in as well. Yeah, he is indeed. Michael. How are you feeling after that?
Well, to be honest, it's 15 past midnight here in Finland. I'm kind of tired, but just happy we got the win. That first half wasn't really good enough, to be honest. It just wasn't good enough. And I was saying to myself, are we going to win this game? Are we going to actually allow Arsenal Football Club, to actually do something against us? It didn't happen, though. Liverpool showed up in the second half and became the beast that we are. We are Liverpool Football Club at the end of the day. Arsenal, they don't know how to handle us. They just don't.
Yeah.
They simply don't know how to beat us. They can try all they want. They can try all the young players, all the hype and everything like that. There's levels to this. There is levels. And they're not at that level at the moment. They may be in the next 3 to 4 years. I'll respect that because they did dominate the first half. But once that second half happened, Jota with a beautiful goal. Ramsdale should have done better. I mean, that's his first mistake I've seen him make this season. But, Bobby with the beautiful flick. We move on. 9 more finals to go. It's just game by game. Did we play the greatest game today? No, we didn't play the greatest. But it's just about getting the wins and collecting 3 points. That's what we always do.
Yeah, absolutely. Jamie Phillips is in. I'm imagining he's probably not got any voice because I know he did. I know he did a watch along. Obviously, I know Mike did a watch along as well. Jamie, your reaction to that?
No, it's a fantastic result. The first half we were awful. I was going mad. Any headphone users will want to take their headphones off if they watch my watch along back. Because I was going mad. That first half display weren't good enough. I didn't like the first half display. We were running towards the ball too much instead of running towards their goal and making the pitch bigger. I think it was easy for us to defend in that first half. And in the second half, we started to put balls over the top, threaten their back line. And, straight away Mane scores. It was an offside goal, but that's what I like to see. I don't mind if they're offside. Attempting them balls all the time and then runs, you finally get the right one. And then Jota obviously gets his goal, but, Klopp still makes the substitution. He was correct at doing it as well. And then Bobby Firmino, who I keep championing that, should play a lot more. Gets the difference when Bobby plays is massive. He's a completely different forward to everyone else we got, and he holds the ball up. And he brings people into play and he stops the press as well from counter-pressing and counter-attacks. What he does is so important to us. And having the original spice back up front, the original 3, it just felt kind of nice and heartwarming.
It was.
And Bobby's goal, that was a sexy goal. Let's not get away from it. It was a lovely play. And it was from him to start with. He's pressing originally, getting the ball going all the way over to Robbo. Robbo then doing really well, not giving up on the ball, getting stuck in, getting the ball in, Robbo, and then Bobby's little finish. A tidy goal, great second half. As soon as we scored, Arsenal's hedge dropped a little bit, I thought. And, we controlled the whole second half then. Great display. Mo coming on, Mo Salah's ridiculous. He's injured and he's still so strong. You can't knock him off the ball. Man's ridiculous, but it's a great display, and that's the league title now. I'm saying it right now. That's the league title.
Well. I wouldn't get ahead of yourself so far. But someone who will be happy, obviously not happy with the Liverpool result, is Mike. But Manchester United fans must be feeling a little bit happier now that Arsenal kind of lost ground in the top 4 race. Mike, how are you, mate?
Mixed emotions of it, quite obviously. Still recovering from last night. I know, obviously, you're going to be delighted that we're in the mess that we are. Well, not really. Actually, I've heard some Liverpool fans say they wish that we were at the height of our powers so we could have a rivalry that we always had. But That was so crap of a first half. I'd echo everything that Jamie said. You just looked awful in that first half. It seemed like Arsenal were the ones fighting for the title and you were top four chasing. They were winning everything. Martinelli, Jesus, what an absolute player he is. He was absolutely tearing you a new one in that game. I said in my watch along, if they don't get top four, he's gone. You can say goodbye to Martinelli. He's that good. From that display, and even Jamie, even Gary Neville said it. They were quite glad Liverpool every time they lost the ball because of how good he was. But the first half, like I said, was awful. It just seemed like you were so desperate to win the ball. That's what I thought. You were like so desperate to win everything, and the 50-50s, you were not going 50-50. You were just forcing yourself onto Arsenal. And as soon as Mane scored that offside goal, from then on it was total dominance, I think. Just the fact that you needed some spark in that game. But Arsenal were dead and buried at 1-0. I know, obviously, you went on to score your second, but they just seemed like everything was blown out of Arsenal. They can do it against teams below them and, they can keep that intensity up. But against a machine that is Liverpool, it was just impossible to deal with. And yeah, I'd echo what Jamie said. Bobby Firmino's goal was absolutely unbelievable. The pressing that he pressed on Saka on that far side to win the ball. He skipped past Saka again, take the ball off him and then skip past him. Puts a lovely ball in. Firmino flicks it, and yeah, he's a different striker. Bobby Firmino. He's a number 10 for me. I don't think he's a striker. I think he is a number 10. He links up the play so well. And yeah, I know I don't like to say it, but seeing Mane, Salah, and Firmino on the pitch at one time was reminiscent of that title-winning season.
Yeah, it was, and I think the changes had to be made, Michael, because we were looking very leggy in that first half, especially Diaz, who's had a lot of football recently. He looked pretty tired. Mane looked pretty tired as well, and Jota, I know he didn't have his best game, but obviously, got that goal in the end. But I felt first half, we just looked a little bit leggy. Arsenal looked like they were the more stronger and fitter team. But I think that just kind of narrows it down to having a lot of games in so quick space of time.
Yeah, that can be the case as well. To be honest, Jota was terrible. Before that goal, he was terrible. He's been terrible since the injury he received. This is not the Jota that we know who's so elusive in the box, but hey, he got the goal, and that's what matters. And then as soon as he scored, you're off. You're yanked off by Klopp. That's how you do it, Klopp. I like that. You got to be ruthless with your decisions. And Klopp made great substitutions, bringing on Firmino, and just realized Diaz is just not his day. I thought it was going to be a perfect opportunity to go against Cedric, who's probably the weak link of the Arsenal defense. And there wasn't Diaz's day, my boy, but we got the 3 points. I could care less how we perform. First half, I was very worried, but I could clearly tell as soon as we took it to another gear, Arsenal had no chance. And now they haven't scored against Liverpool since 2020 September. It's been almost 2 years. It's going to be 2 years since Arsenal has scored a goal against Liverpool in Carabao Cups and Premier Leagues, all of these competitions. They can't score against us. So we move on.
Hello.
Yeah, they're going to play. They got a tough schedule ahead, Arsenal. I mean, they shouldn't be too confident. I know, this is Liverpool Football Club, but they got to be a little bit worried about their top four, just a little bit. But I got to go to sleep. It's now 30 past midnight here, Doug. Thanks for having me on. Big up, everybody.
No, absolute pleasure, Michael. You take care. I'll speak to you soon, mate. Cheers.
Yep. Take care.
Yeah, Jamie, I mean, Martinelli. We have to talk about him. What a baller this guy is.
Yeah, he's if he keeps on this trajectory, he's going to be a world-class talent. There's no doubt about that. But he's the one I think Arsenal are going to struggle to keep. I think Saka, he's an Arsenal boy, ain't he? I think it'd be easier to keep. But Martinelli, he's just got, if Liverpool, Man City, your Real Madrid, your PSGs, whoever, come in for him tomorrow, he's gone. Arsenal getting the Champions League or not. I just think he knows his game might be at a higher place than where Arsenal are. And I feel we want to show that. I mean, can you imagine Martinelli under Klopp?
Oh, do you know what? I said that. Do you know what? I'll bring you up on that, Jamie. I said that in my watch along. There was one thing he done when he skipped away from Trent, and then he skipped away, he put the ball through Henderson's legs, and then he skipped past Trent. And I said, wow, if that's what he's doing under Arteta, imagine what that is under Klopp or Pep. That is scary. But yeah, he's a baller.
Yeah. Owen, good evening. If you're free, you can jump on. The link is in the chat. So if anybody wants to come on, have their say, then the link is in the link is in the chat. Man of the match for you, Jamie.
Robbo. I thought Robbo was excellent today. I know a lot of people going Matip, and I can understand why I thought Matip was really good, but I thought Robbo was a lot of the pressing he was doing today was out of this world, and his defending was great. I mean, he was never caught out today by Saka at all. I thought Saka would, really fancy against Robbo today, but that never happened. And I thought Fabinho was excellent as well.
Yes.
Because in my preview of the game, I was saying we have got to make sure Fabinho follows Odegaard everywhere he goes. And he did.
Yeah.
Odegaard never got involved today, never had a sniff, never had a chance to get involved in the game. And in the end, I think he was getting quite frustrated because then he started to foul quite a bit, didn't he? And then Arteta took him off. So Matip, Fabinho and Robbo, out of them three, I would say. But I'm going to go Robbo because I thought that was his best performance away from home this season.
Jack Mackinson, how are you, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Hang on, I've got so many tabs open. Hang on, I have to switch your stream down. But get in, lads. Absolutely happy days. I think all of us would have took a 1-0 going to this game, but the second half performance, as the lads have already alluded to, was much better. But I'm just listening to bloody Paul Mason and Souness. I think Souness is about to deck him in a minute. But
what's Merson saying?
Mason's just chatting absolute bare wham. You can know he was too bad at gambling anyway. You can't even do the numbers. He was saying that City are still in the league. And it's like, as soon as they're like, Jesus. No, if Liverpool win at the Etihad, so mathematically, if Liverpool win all their games, City can't win the league.
Right. Owen's asked a very interesting question, so I'll ask all of you this. What percentage chance do you give us of winning the quadruple?
All depends on the draws and cups.
I'm gonna say this now. Forest is going to be an absolutely tough game. They are in absolutely fantastic form right now, and what Steve Cooper is doing over there, you have to admire. So that one could go all the way, but actually, when you think about it, if that game does go all the way to potentially extra time, then you've got a break, and then you've obviously got Watford in the Premier League on the 2nd of April. So there's obviously international break after that.
In the FA Cup, I think he goes full strength almost because it's international break after, ain't it? And then we don't play again until the 2nd of April when the teams come back. So
I'd say, go strong.
I think he goes strong against Forest. I think he goes strong against Forest. And in the Champions League, it all depends on Friday. We get the draw. Hopefully, it's Villarreal or Benfica. Hopefully, it's that draw. If we get something like that, I'll say, I don't know, 70%.
70%?
Because I think we've won the league, so I'm going 70%.
Jack?
Go with Jamie, mate. And it's not an overconfidence. This team is very special. And for me, obviously, we've all played football, watched football for many years, every single one of us. Football psychologically. And it's like that season when it was the 18-19 season when Liverpool had that massive lead in the league and City chased us down, and psychologically we bottled it when we did, and obviously when United in the past as well. But this Liverpool squad, the one thing, we've got players to come off the bench to impact the game. The great legendary Premier League teams in the past have always had players to come off the bench and impact the game. Bobby was, I was in the first half, I think all of us were crying out for him, but he is one special lad. And when he does go, if he retires at Liverpool, we will struggle to replace him. A player that ability.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Good evening, Andrew Williams. He's asking, were you guys impressed with Arsenal? Thought Martinelli was super dangerous.
I wasn't impressed, no.
Not for me, mate. It was more or less a glorified Burnley from sitting at the edge of the box. Apart from Martinelli taking him out with the first half performance, Arsenal didn't really do much he just soaked up a lot of the Liverpool's pressure, stuck 2 blocks of 5, edge of the box, and Arsenal were happily sitting behind the ball.
What we saw today, as I thought would happen. I mean, Jack, you was on my preview yesterday, and we're talking about, I said it wouldn't be a toe-to-toe game. I said Arsenal would sit back and defend, and that's what they did. And they tried the odd counter-attack here and there. But I think a lot of people have just been overrating Arsenal the last few weeks and overrating some of their players. I've gone back and looked at some of their fixtures. Some of the games they won, they should be winning comfortably anyway. Yeah. It's not like they've gone to places that they had to really fight for. And they don't score goals. This is Arsenal's problem. They're not a massive team of goal scorers. And Lacazette, he's a decent player, but when you're playing at a level, when you're playing a team like Liverpool, he's not good enough for Arsenal. It's simple as that. And
it tells you, sorry, Jay, it tells you everything about if you're an Arsenal fan sitting at home tonight or in the Emirates. The fact that he took a striker off for the striker, there was still 15, 20 minutes on the clock. Go for it. You need a point, or at least, I know Liverpool were very dominant in that second half, but that just says everything about it. I think the Arsenal fans and obviously Arteta were happy it was only 2. Substitutions made there.
Mike, what did you think of Arsenal this evening?
I actually thought they were not very good because Liverpool were poor in that first half, but I thought I've seen Arsenal a few times in recent weeks now and watched the full game intensively. I watched their game on Sunday against a very poor Leicester side this year, and I watched them today against a very good side. And you can see the difference against a team that pressed them high up the pitch like Liverpool did. They struggle, so they sit off. But against a team like Leicester, where they sit off against them, Arsenal can impose themselves and play a very high line. And they did drop off against Liverpool, and it was obvious they were going there not going there, but they were playing that game to not get beat, basically. They weren't going there to win. And like you said, I think it was Jack that said it, apart from Martinelli, no one was really an outlet. But I think in terms of up front, I would put Martinelli up front if I was Arsenal. He's clinical, he's pacey, and he's got bags of technical ability. So I'd chuck him up front instead of Lacazette personally. Exactly what they've done with Saka and Smith Rowe. Play the youth.
Apparently the Chicago Cubs owners are just about by Chelsea, I think.
More Americans in the Prem, great.
More Americans.
And Chelsea fans are outraged because they don't want American owners to.
Oh yeah, turning into an NFL stadium. Yeah, so.
As Andrew Williams said, Arsenal shot their bolt first half, goal in the first half, different second half. Yeah, absolutely. If Arsenal got a goal, I think as Martin Tyler and Gary Neville were edging Arsenal on to get goal.
Oh, Martin Tyler. I'm glad I watched this on mute when I'm doing watch along, so I don't have to listen to him. Jeez.
Oh, bloody hell! It was like he was like edging Arsenal on to score. It was just ridiculous.
Can we talk about Pickford 2.0 goal as well tonight? The most overrated goal.
Oh, by the way, everyone will know. Everyone will know that I used to be a goalkeeper, right? I used to be a goalkeeper, so I 100% agree. He has to be saving that. You cannot be getting beat at your near post.
You've got to be 2 or 3 steps to your right hand side to close that angle down. The way he has positioned himself when that, because let's be fair, it was a brilliant ball from Thiago to split that Arsenal midfield open, puts Jota in. And as soon as that ball gets to Diogo Jota, you've got to be making 2 steps to your right to close the angle down. It's poor.
Good evening, John Moore. If you want to come on and have your say, then please do. We're winning this effing league. City will be crying right now. I mean, Jack, I said at the start of the show that we were 14 points behind. Now, remember this. After the Chelsea game, we were 14 points behind Manchester City. Everyone said then it was over. Like, City were going to walk away with this. But I actually think the more that I think of it, Mane and Salah going into AFCON, we've just been getting better and better and better and better. And I just think City are crumbling under the pressure.
It's like that annoying, but overall, sisters that just won't go away. Like it's just like like we had it when United. We all know those when we've been in the league. We've been in the league against City as well. But I think it's easier to be the chasing team, and even if it is Liverpool or City, but it's the fixtures. I think all of us, I think every single fan has looked at the fixtures of the next couple of weeks to come post the international break. All the teams at the bottom need wins. United, Arsenal, they all need wins for the top four as well. So all these teams are going to be nicking points off each other. The Burnley game for City, the pressure on them, especially
that is not going to be an easy game. Yeah. We saw how hard that Burnley made it for like Mike. You guys drew at Burnley, didn't you?
Yeah, and that was a poor performance. They literally. From second half to full time, we literally didn't get hardly any of the ball because they're pressing high. And you don't associate Burnley with a high press, but they're fighting for their lives. They're fighting to stay in the league. They're not going to be like, oh, right, don't worry, we'll still sit with a 4-4-2. They're going to go into every game, high press, at home anyway. I think away they'll be a lot more resolute. But I think that game is at Turf Moor as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is at Turf Moor. It is. And City have fallen.
Go on.
City have actually slipped up in the past there. As Andrew Williams says here, City are still missing a consistent goal scorer. And that's what Liverpool have got. We've got 5 strikers that can score goals. Yeah. It's very, very interesting.
We got the best firepower in Europe. I've said it time and time again this season. No other team in Europe's got the firepower Liverpool have. It's as simple as that. And
Douglas, would you be worried if I get my mock draw correct? Because I think Liverpool will face Bayern.
Beat them before, we do it again.
Yeah, I'm not worried about
that. Desperately.
I'm not worried about Bayern. I'd say about Man City feeling the pressure. Man City, when they win titles, they usually win it by quite some way. No one competes with them. The only times it's happened is when Liverpool put them under pressure, we lost it by a point. I don't think that City team right now is as good as that City team back then. And I don't think Liverpool are far off the team they were back then either.
No, so, I'd say, sorry, Jay, this is a better team, would you say? For me, it is.
Yeah,
I mean, this is a better team than we won the Champions League as well.
This Liverpool team's got so much firepower. I mean, it takes Jota and Diaz off today and brings on Bobby and Mo.
Mo, yeah.
I mean, it's just the firepower we have is ridiculous. And like the Palace game on Monday, Liverpool win that game 1-0. They find the goal. The reason Pep couldn't make a substitution, he's only made one substitution in 2 games because he's got no one to bring on. Simple as that. And I always go back to the beginning of the season. Why would you buy Jack Grealish? He's not changed Man City at all. You got £100 million to spend on a player. You need an attacking forward. You need a goal scorer. And you go and buy Jack Grealish.
Owen Thomas has said, my favourite stat of the night is that this is the first time in Liverpool's history that we won 3 consecutive away games at Arsenal.
That's a great stat.
Wow, that is great. And also we've got Chris from Leicester Till I Die TV saying, well done Douglas and Liverpool, big up. And we also have an Irishman in John Moore. John, how are you feeling after that?
Absolutely fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I think we are. I think we are. I think we all are as well. Liverpool need a backup right back. Besides that, you barely really need anyone. Yeah, I think I would agree with that.
Nico Williams is coming through, and I would have him as a backup right back for Liverpool personally. Obviously, being Welsh, I'm going to say that, but
yeah, of course. The
other night.
Yeah, Jamie, do you agree with that? We need a backup right back.
Yeah, we do. We do need someone. Just I think no matter how good you are as a footballer, if you've got someone there who wants your place, it makes you even better as well. So you've seen that with Robbo. Robbo's left back position was his. He didn't have, he had bad games, and he was never going to get dropped. And now Tsimikas is, the drop off ain't hardly anything when one of them plays, and that's what you need. And I think Liverpool just need a decent like a Max Aarons or The fella from Nottingham Forest, everyone keeps talking about.
Reece James for 20 quid in a fire sale a couple of weeks.
Reece James for 20 quid.
The Thames flood barriers have been operated as the river is overflowing with Arsenal fans.
Oh yeah, I mean Arsenal fans. I mean
AFTV are gonna have a bit of revenue tonight now.
Don't get me started on Ty. Oh, have you seen that?
Oh my!
Did you see the video?
Did you see the Ty versus Grizz one? Ty and Grizz.
Grizz just absolutely bloody slapped his ass.
The man's 51 as well.
That's mad. He is. John, what were your thoughts on the game as a whole tonight?
First half, we were shit.
Yep.
We were literally piss poor. We didn't even start the second half very well either. I don't think. It wasn't until just before he made the subs we started getting the game. We started pressing them. Once we pressed them, we were in it. Arsenal knew, right, we're playing Liverpool now. Why did we not do this in the very first fucking minute of the game? Our press was off a day.
Yeah, I think I would 100% agree. Jack, do you think our press was a little bit off tonight?
Yes and no. But as I said, it's difficult when a team parks 2 banks of 5. It's difficult to play football for, could be prime Barcelona in 2012. They're still going to struggle with the type of quality they've got in their midfield. Yes and no. I think we can save energy, but what the best thing about it is we can play in second or third gear for half of the game and still win a game of football. Yes, against the higher caliber of opponents, really, if you're playing Bayern or another team like that or Real, then you will be punished. But in terms of the opposition, obviously Arsenal, great. Hopefully they do. If they do continue playing like they will, I think they should get top 4. But there's still a long way to go. Still 9-8 games to go. So, but yeah, I understand where you come from there, John. But I think it's difficult when they've got that many men behind the ball. And if I've just listened to Jurgen Klopp today, he just said the speed of the game. I think he more or less done a Fergie hair dryer at half time. 100% he did.
He wasn't happy. I've got to ask this question because Andrew Williams just asked it. Who do we won the Champions League? I'm going to be totally honest here. Bring anyone on. Yeah. Honestly, I feel that we are very much equipped to go far in the Champions League, and if my gut is saying that we'll get someone very, very difficult, I think we'll probably get a Bayern or a Real. But you know, Real Madrid, we've got a little bit of history with them, so we need to get them back. Bayern will want to get back for the 2018-2019 game. And then obviously you've got Atletico Madrid. You know, we've still got to get them back, and then to be fair, we've still got to get Benfica back as well, and Villarreal are in there as well after beating Juve. So, Jamie, who do you want?
Man City. Is that right now? I want Man City.
Man City.
I want to humiliate them. I want to knock them out in 2 legs, beat them at the Etihad to win the league, and actually rub it in their faces. I want Man City in the quarterfinals. I'd rather have Man City in the quarterfinals than the final. Put it that way. I'd rather play Man City over 2 legs than a 1-legged game. And I think Pep would do something stupid and mess it up as well. I would love, obviously, if we're talking about a game with no stress, Villarreal. That's the game everyone wants. Villarreal, Benfica for me. I think them 2 games we win in second gear, not a problem. But what will more likely happen is we're going to get Real Madrid and Man City will get Villarreal. That's more likely.
Yeah, it is likely. John?
I want Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
I want revenge for the final. I want Mo Salah to have his revenge.
I like it, Jack.
They're not a great team either.
No, not.
They still are, mate. Like for me, the midfield's world class. I know they're about combined age of 100, all 3 of them, but still very good. I'd go City. I'd agree with Jay. well and truly send their heads rolling down the M4 or M2, whatever fucking roads about Manchester, connecting Liverpool and Manchester. Like that, imagine everyone. I think all the Man United fans, as much as it's paying them to see Liverpool win a game of football, but I think they'll take pride and enjoyment in seeing Pep just lose his bloody head. I think we all would, because it'd be slapping his bald head, be like, oh. Psychologically, that sends us, and especially the teams as well, lads. As Andrew's pointed out there, imagine if a couple of the top teams do draw each other, and then a couple of the smaller teams do get each other. It's a smaller team gets into the semis, yeah. So,
yeah, but Villarreal are very, very tricky, and obviously, them beating Juve is a bit of a turn up for the books as well. I don't think anyone expected Villarreal to beat this Juve side, but it's going to be an interesting draw on Friday. I'm going to say that now. And I'm looking forward to the draw as well. You guys are welcome to come on as well if you want to help me out by watching the draw as well. But yeah, that's going to be a very interesting draw. I think the quarterfinal draw, the semi-final draw, and I think it determines who the home team is in the final. I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So Helen Rabel says, I would love to be reunited with Moreno for the quarterfinals. Yeah, the only thing is Moreno's done his ACL, I believe. But that meme, the Man United get out. Man United get out. Yeah, it's funny. I think we can knock it real.
Sorry, lad. I've got to shoot, mate. You got my show, but you're welcome to join, mate. To jump on after your show. But nice one. Thank you very much, everyone. Good to speak to you. And
no worries.
Speak to you soon.
Thank you very much, Jack. Yeah, cheers. Cool. I'll see you very soon. The banana skin team is athletic, even though you pumped them oh yeah, absolutely. Martin Tyler, Guy Neville, Paul Merson crying. This league would be Liga 1 standard if there wasn't us. Yeah, 100%. I think we will get Bayern, but want Real Madrid. Everyone seems to be wanting Real Madrid. Oh. There's always one. Who does Mike want in the Champions League? Oh wait, completely forgot. Never mind.
It's all cool.
You could open up, yeah. I never thought Benfica or Villarreal would be in the quarters, neither did I, to be honest with you. Paris final, not a bad spot for the final. No, absolutely not. But
that's only like an hour and a half away. Lovely.
But only an hour and a half away, is it?
Yeah, well, from where I am, yeah, I'm right.
You're London, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm down in Kent. So I'm near the coast, so I'm not far away from the.
Oh gosh! Wow, that is a big turn up for the books, guys. I'll be live for about another sort of 5 minutes, and we'll obviously just talk about the title race now. It is in our hands, John. We play Watford on the 2nd. That's a 12:30 kickoff. I hate those bloody 12:30 kickoffs, though. Absolutely hate them. And then City go to Burnley as well. That will not be an easy game for City, will it, John?
No, Burnley's not an easy game for anybody. And Burnley need points. Burnley are fighting to stay up at the minute. But if we go there and we win, I'll put us 2 points above City.
Mm-hmm.
If we do that, City will crack. You seen the other night, Bernardo Silva was talking about Liverpool. Don't even ask him about anything about Liverpool. And he missed it about 5-6 times.
Yeah.
Why are you talking about Liverpool? You don't even ask about Liverpool.
I know. He's not even asked about Liverpool, and yet Liverpool's straight in his head, Jamie.
Yeah, I mean, look, for City, I think City players obviously will watch this game tonight. I mean, they're only human at the end of the day. I think they would have tuned in, and I really think they will be. This will hit them hard. This result today.
I think it will as well.
Dropping them points to Palace. Now, the problem for Man City is that we've got a big gap now, and they're going to have to stew on this. Liverpool are going to be up. As long as we don't get, obviously, no stupid injuries on the international break, and everyone comes back fine. Everyone comes back fine.
Yeah.
For me, we should be beating Watford at home quite comfortably. And then to go top of the league before Man City play again, when we've won our game in hand, they've seen all that happen. Going away to Burnley when you know Liverpool have just won 2 points clear at the top of the league, and they have to win, and draw's not good enough. That's a lot of pressure. And Man City are usually got it their own way, so they're not. We ain't really seen Man City under pressure. So now, we'll have to fix them,
Yeah. I know.
Interesting.
I mean, a lot of people have said, Mike, that City are likely to go all out for the Champions League. Do you think they can go all out for both or not?
It's difficult because what Jamie said is very true. Last year they had it all their own way, so they could afford to go all out for the Champions League because the league was wrapped up pretty much in January. They thought that was wrapped up in January this year, but Liverpool, like you said, are on this mad resurgence at the moment, which just doesn't seem to be stopping. In terms of can they go for both? Yes, of course they can. They've got the squad to do it. Will they do it? I'm not too sure because the Champions League is tough. It's all going to depend on who they get on Friday. If they get, a Real Madrid, a Bayern Munich, yourselves, then it's going to be, right, we've got to manage this properly, but no offence to any of these teams. If they get a Benfica or a Villarreal or even an Atletico Madrid, because I've saw Atletico Madrid for 2 games. Yeah, if a good team, and I hate to say that, but a good team would batter Atletico over 2 games, absolutely batter them. They sit back, trap football, and he just wants to get a 1-0 defensive win, Simeone. So Atletico, Benfica or Villarreal and Man City can put their feet up, essentially, and I think they'll get over the 2 legs pretty comfortably, and then they could focus on, 2-3 games in the Premier League. So it's all going to depend. Obviously, I'm praying that they do something to win either the league or the Champions League to stop you guys doing it. Oh, I'm just praying for any. Right, you've had your 1 game that I wanted you to win. That's no more now. I'm not supporting you. but no, in all seriousness, it's going to be a race. I think I have seen quite a few fans of Liverpool, I must admit, think that it's over. It's not over yet. City have still got the point advantage. They've still got the point advantage. They've still got the game at the Etihad. It's not at Anfield. So I still think advantage Man City slightly. But like you say, it's going to be basically we go 2 points above you. Can you then go a point above us? We go 2 points. It's going to be a race. I don't think anyone would really say anyone's going to run away with it now. Even if Liverpool do win the league, I think it'll be around about 5-7 points, the gap. I think Man City can do both, personally. They've got the squad depth to do it.
It is the reason why I think they won't do both, though. I don't think they have the firepower. I just don't think they have the firepower. And I've seen that lacking in the last few weeks. And Gary Neville himself, I think they were talking about this on Monday Night Football. And he said what separates Liverpool from Man City right now is Liverpool's depth with attacking players. If City had Aguero still about or something like that, a fit Aguero, obviously Aguero, had to retire and all that, but say he didn't have to retire and he was still fit and firing, they still had him about and all that, I'd give them maybe the edge, but they don't have the firepower. Gabriel Jesus was bought as a striker and is now a winger because he's not good enough.
If Gabriel Jesus was a prolific striker, I would say that they are better by a long way. Personally.
But they just ain't got the firepower. Mahrez, he stat pads against small teams. He doesn't really. Sterling, he's in and out. Foden is not really an attacking player; he's a midfielder. But he's being used in that position because they have no one else.
It's an obsession. It's a Pep obsession for playing this false 9 tactic, and I said it's going to come back to bite him on the ass, and maybe that'll come to pass.
It looks like you could be right anyway. But guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you to everyone who's jumped on as well. Michael talks football. He was on earlier. Didn't stay very long because obviously it is very late over in Finland. But Mike, thank you very much for coming back on. John, thank you very much for coming on. Jamie as well, and also to Jack Mack as well. But the Reds are 1 point behind Manchester City. By the time we play Watford, we could be 2 points clear. They go to Burnley. Tricky game. Could they potentially drop points? If they do, it's an absolute bonus, and we could potentially be going to the Etihad either ahead of City or just possibly equal with them. A lot could still happen in this impressive title race. But for the tonight, the Reds have gone to Arsenal. They've gone and won 2-0. The gap's now down to a point. You'll never walk alone, Reds. Now on to Sunday. See you later. Bye-bye.